How do I know when I need to adjust my beater to bowl clearance? So it's very simple. If you find that the bottom coating on your flat beater or your pastry beater is rubbing off, or when you're using the wire whisk, you hear a little ting, ting, ting on the bottom of the bowl, that means that the head of the mixer is too low and needs to be raised. And likewise, if your beater is not mixing all the ingredients from the bottom of the bowl, that means that the beater is too high and it needs to be lowered. So let me show you how to adjust the beater to bowl clearance. How to adjust your beater to bowl clearance. The first step, you want to make sure that your mixer is unplugged from the wall, and then you're going to need the following things. You need your bowl, you need a flat beater or a pastry beater, a flat screwdriver or a bread and butter knife, and also an A4 piece of paper which has been folded in half. Then we're going to lift the head of the machine. And you'll notice where the head meets the pedestal, there is a little screw there, and that is what we are going to be adjusting. So if your head height is too high and you need to lower your beater to bowl clearance, then you're going to turn it in a clockwise position. If you need to lift the head, then you are going to turn it in an anti-clockwise position. So I'm going to lift my head. So I am going to turn it in an anti-clockwise position to the left. So with the mixer facing you, take your little flat screwdriver or bread and butter knife and just a quarter of a turn. So don't over adjust. If you overturn that screw, you could make the locking mechanism come undone and the head mightn't be able to lock. So you just want to turn your screw a quarter of a turn at a time and then test it. So how to test? You pop your flat beater onto your mixer and lower the head. And then with your A4 piece of paper, you just want to be able to make sure that that piece of paper just slides nicely underneath the bottom of that flat beater. So if you imagine, if you can't get that A4 piece of paper under the bottom of your beater, then that means that you need to do another quarter turn and your head needs to raise up a little bit. But if you've got lots of room between your beater and the bottom of the bowl, then you need to keep adjusting and lowering it. So the perfect place is when you can just slide that piece of paper and it moves freely underneath the bottom of your bowl and in between the beater. So that's adjusting your beater to bowl clearance.